Good morning, everybody. It's actually begun. I started cleaning up my office and getting it ready to take more clients right here in my office in Cedar Park, Texas. We could talk about that later. What I really want to talk about today is something I did yesterday. Yesterday, I put on my Facebook page just the statistics, the number of people who have the virus, the number of people who have passed, the number of people who have lived through the virus. No other comment, exact statistics. The interesting thing that happened was the firestorm that happened after it. I had people saying, "What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say this is not a problem?" And I had people saying, and giving more information, "This is terrible." Other people give me information saying, "This is not bad at all." Interestingly, all I did was put some numbers up there. And I posted, "I am just stating the numbers as provided by the CDC." Another comment. More people commenting, more people happy, some people upset. And then I'm going, this is interesting. What does this mean? What it means is this, it's real simple. We build a meaning around almost anything that happens. Our meaning is our own. Those numbers could be any numbers, but we give them a meaning. We give them a definition, and that definition impacts our life. It changes our physiology. It changes our brain. It changes our thinking. Right now, today, many people that I'm speaking to that will hear this are going to be stuck in their homes. They're going to be worried. Some of you may be ill. Some of you may actually have COVID 19. And that is not good. I understand that. I am not diminishing the suffering. But I can tell you the meaning you give it can empower you through it or disempower you through it. The meaning that you give things in life is what they happen. Whether you have this disease or not, whether you have the flu or not, what's the meaning? I'm not saying it diminishes it. I'm not saying you're going to think it through better. You might. I am saying that you can actually define the meaning. And the meaning is the power. The statements that people responded to me on that one Facebook post, some of them were so powerfully negative. Some were powerfully positive. Some were trying to make their political point of view, and they're trying to do it with a lot of power. The truth about the meaning is it really is not, there were numbers of what has already happened, not what is about to happen. And we don't know that. We have never known that. What do we say? And we look at something and say, what meaning am I giving this? Am I giving this the meaning of gloom and doom? Am I giving this the meaning of the fear that I've always carried? Am I giving this the meaning of anger that I usually go to? Am I giving this the meaning of prayer? Am I giving this the meaning of empowerment? Am I giving this the meaning of seeing what people are doing that's extraordinary? There's people out there doing extraordinary things. There's truckers driving. There are plumbers doing plumbing calls. There are electricians doing calls. I have one friend, and she told me that she had a business where she lost some clients because people had backed out of working with her. And she changed her question and said, who is working? And she went out and she retained many of those clients, even in the last couple of days. So the meaning changed from everything's falling apart to where do I start hunting again? Change the meaning, you change the power of the outcome. So right now, what meaning are you giving this situation? Have you hunkered down? Are you in your fetal position in your house? Maybe not physically, but in your mind, are you there saying there's nothing we can do? Or you go and hold it. There is a time to hunt. If you're in sales, and I've been in sales much of my life, then this is a time to market. This is a time to hunt. If you're in a service industry, this is the time to serve. The industry you're working in isn't a place allowing you to serve. Find an industry that is serving. Did you know there were 11 million people that applied to refinance their home in the last 30 days? 11 million. Did you know that most lenders are swamped and many lenders are hiring? There's thousands of jobs out there that are available. You may have to change your direction, but it can give you a different meaning. I'm here to tell you, real simply, very directly, it may piss you off, because if you're already pissed off, I'm going to piss you off some more. It may make you happier, because if you're already happy, it's going to make you happier some more. If you're sad, it may make you sad. The truth is, we have opportunities right now. We have opportunities to love our family in ways that we maybe haven't had time to do before. We have opportunities to empower ourselves to learn new things in some time that we haven't had recently before. We have opportunities to change our focus and change our direction. We have a serious disease out there. Some of us have it right here in our houses. Some don't. Many don't. Most don't. Most of us have the fear out there. Give the fear up. We do not control tomorrow. We control this moment. So what does the meaning mean? Somebody said, this is God's curse on us. Other people said, we brought this on ourselves. I think it's a natural phenomenon. Things happen. What meaning do I give it? I give it the meaning it's time to be empowered. It's time to step up. It's time to find the positive, the good, the pure, the powerful, as Zig Ziglar would say. And put that in our minds. Put that in our hearts. Use the tools we have. You know, I was working with a client a little bit ago, and something came to me. And it was a quote by Martin Luther King. And I wonder if we could say this with our heart and with gusto about this current situation. Could we say this one thing powerfully and change our whole state? Could this one thing become our truth? The truth is, when are you free? Are you free in your house? Are you free on the street? Are you free in your job? Are you always locked into your own prison? When are you free? Are you free when you walk through life? Do you walk into a room free to be you? Free to know that who you are is who God made you to be? When are you free? Freedom comes from within, never from outside. So locked in our houses, locked in our subdivisions, locked 10 feet away from everybody around us, or 6 feet, or whatever the most current thing is. When do we become free? And I would tell you, we can say today, in the words of a man I greatly admire. I admired when he was alive, and I admired at his death. I've admired all my life. Martin Luther King said something very, very powerful. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God I'm free at last. Can we make this our mantra? Can we make this our incantation? Free at last. Free at last. Thank God I'm free at last. Make today your day of freedom. Be empowered. Step up and claim it. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God I'm free at last.